Okay, Ocean State running here with Connor Murphy of Classical and Darius Kipyego of St. Raphael Academy. Guys, I want to talk about what you've been doing during the spring with COVID-19, kind of putting an end to our track season. But just want to talk to you in terms of training. But first, I want to talk about what's going to happen this Sunday. You two guys are going to be running in a time trial together, an all-out time trial, I'm hearing, where you're actually going to have a pacer. To be honest, I'm surprised it took this long for you guys to actually want to race each other. You guys, you have to be chomping at the bit right now with no racing each other, which we saw a lot of last year. And in fact, just talking to you prior to recording this, the last time you guys raced was the New England Championships in mid-June, or at least in the 800. The last time you raced was in the New England Championships in mid-June, where you finished 1-2 with Connor winning and Darius right behind. Who came up with this idea of racing each other, or was it kind of like a tandem effort?
I think it was like when quarantine started, I think we kind of both knew, or at least our coaches knew it was going to happen, but we just wanted to get fit before we did. There was no point in doing it early because we needed the rest would have run really fast. So, and then we were going to do it early May. And then I hurt my ankle a little bit, so we just put it off another 2 weeks, and now we said last week, let's do it next weekend.
And talk about this race. It's not just going to be just a standard time trial. You're going to have a pacer in this thing, and you guys want to kind of go all out. What's the type of time you guys are looking for right now? I'm hearing from both sides. Darius, I talked with your coach, Chris McGill, and he says you're in great shape. And Connor, I've seen what you've done in our virtual meet, so I know that you're in good shape. So what kind of time are you guys looking to do?
I know we're gonna have a pace from Classical. He's gonna take us out at around 54. So I mean, of course, we're gonna try to get maybe around 152 or under. Kind of just see where we're at. I know, especially for Connor with his senior year, we want to have good one last race to kind of put it all out before he gets to college. And I mean, it's just amazing to have just someone to run with that's 150. That's one of the best in the country. So it's just have that in Rhode Island and train with each other. It's just once in a lifetime in high school.
So tell me, guys, how difficult has this last 2 months been with COVID-19, pretty much keeping us at home, pretty much having us train on our own? You guys are used to some classic battles on the track, particularly in outdoor track last year. We had multiple ones, and now you're getting ready to do that again, and then bam, the season comes to a close for the most part. How difficult has it been the last few months, and how have you been able to kind of keep motivated?
It was easier when quarantine first started because it was all new, so you were just kind of getting used to things. But now that it's been two months without much change and no goals, it kind of starts to get old. So you can still train, there's no problem with that, but you do want to actually get out and race and have some competition instead of just time trials.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I know in the beginning, it was kind of easier to kind of stay positive about it because you're it's okay, this is only going to be temporary. And now that we know that, it's not kind of permanent and we don't know when we're going to go back, it's kind of, a lot tougher than I kind of imagined. But, I was trying to, at least, I'm not trying to brag or anything about it. I'm a junior, so I know I still have another year. But, I mean, I just got to try to, keep my head up and just see what's on the future to hope that, New Balance Nationals is still on. I mean, it is right now, but, we'll see what's going to happen.
So tell me about the training. So obviously 152, that's a pretty lofty goal, considering both of you haven't raced this season. What is giving you indication in your training that you're ready to do 152? Darius, I know I talked with Coach McGill yesterday, and he said you actually ran a 200 in 23.9. And he was telling me about some other workouts. So obviously you got some speed in there. So what's giving you an indication that you can run that fast?
I mean, that's exactly what it is, especially at those end of those workouts. I think it was. I mean, he had 23 high. I think I had 24 low on my watch, but I mean, just stuff like that, getting out to do the 400, having that speed. And, I mean, early on in the season when we were doing the miles, all that stuff helps that, bring it to this 800. I got to have the strength, but you also got to have the speed. So, I mean, having that 400, I think I did a 400 last week and I ran 50.8, which, I was and I kind of wanted to break 50, but I mean it's tough when not in a race. But I mean just stuff like that, getting that speed is really important, especially like with the 800, it's kind of down in the last 200 meters where you'll see who's got the strength and who's got the speed.
And how about you, Connor?
Yeah, I feel like I'm stronger than I normally would be during an outdoor season. We've been doing like more miles. My coaches have given us, at least early on, just more miles, like longer workouts, tempo runs. And then lately, in like the last 2-3 weeks, in preparation for this race, I've been doing a little bit more speed. So yeah, I think I have like a good balance right now. So that's why I think I'm ready to go fast.
And getting back to this race, I know it's, again, you're going to have a pacer, but it's pretty much going to be both you guys going against each other. Some might say, well, you know what, it's not really going to feel like a race. But to me, it's probably going to feel like a race to you guys because you're used to running with both. You're used to breaking away from the pack with like 200 meters into the race and running on your own. So do you guys look at it that way, that it's not going to really be any different aside from maybe the fans watching this?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, although I mean we're both running like obviously not really to beat each other, just to get a fast time together. But I feel like on that second lap, if it's just us two, it won't feel any different. Like we're still both gonna be going at it like if it was a real race.
Darius, you feel the same way?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's that second lap is. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know we're gonna just try to push each other more than just kind of beat each other. Because this is again once in a lifetime opportunity that we can see what we're actually made of, and like all this training that we've done without racing. I mean, I know it's kind of tough, but just kind of help each other out and push each other. That last lap is gonna be really great.
And talk about racing against each other. You guys, you're rivals, but you're kind of like friendly rivals. But it's also been, you've been at this for a while. You're both, kind of feeding off each other in the times that you've been running. And to be honest, this is probably one of the best duels we've had in the state in quite some time. I mean, both of you broke an 800-meter record that stood for several years, since 1973, and by a guy that eventually ran under 4 minutes multiple times while at Villanova and beyond. So definitely you broke a record, and not only did you guys break it, you smashed it. So talk about this rivalry between you two. I mean, like I said, friendly, but also, could be a tense rivalry.
Yeah, and I feel like it'd be a waste if we just kind of let the rivalry go with the cancellation of the season. Because like who knows, there might not be another rivalry. Like in such a small state, it's rare to get two people like this at the same time. So yeah, it'd be a waste. I feel like if we didn't race at least once this quarantine.
For me, it's like it's a good, really healthy rivalry. I mean, it's gone back to even last year when he started at the indoor. We were both trying to break the indoor 800-meter record with I broke it and then he broke it. So I mean, we're always trying to one up each other. I mean, that's good. We're always trying to push each other to do better. So that's one of the biggest things, just having that someone to push you and help you through that time.
So it looks like the New Balance Nationals, at least it hasn't been postponed again quite yet, but it's already been postponed to mid-July. So you do have something to shoot for right now. If it does happen, what is the goal? And I'm guessing that this run on Sunday is kind of like a preparation to kind of give you some confidence going into that meet if it does eventually happen. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean,
you go ahead.
Well, I mean, I know there's going to be some great competition. They've already had, I think, like thousands of entries. So, I've already kind of looked at a list of guys who are already entered. I know coach entered me, and there's some other guys that I'm not 100%, but I think Tyler Shu, who won last year's outdoor nationals. So he's going to be in that race, which is some great competition. So, I mean, this is just kind of like a benchmark to kind of see where we are, and just hope that, if it does happen, we're going to have even more competition. It's going to feel like a good race again.
Connor, how about you?
Yeah, exactly the same. I haven't looked at entries, but I know there's actually been a lot. So, yeah, it'd be good to have a benchmark going into that, and then hopefully it's a really stacked field, and it will actually feel like a stacked race again for the first time in a while.
And I'm hearing there's even potential for it to go into August. Now, I know I was talking with you, Connor. If it does go into August, it will be difficult for you going to college. How about you, Darius? Would you still have the thoughts of running it if it does happen in August?
100%. I would rather do track than cross country. I promise you. So, but yeah, I still want to, try to get that national championship. I mean, I know I tried to get it in indoor. Unfortunately, though, it was canceled. So, I mean, we're gonna go for outdoor if it still happens, and if it doesn't, then we'll see. Hope that we have a cross country season and keep going from there.
So, like I said, Connor, you're going off to college, so you're going to a very strong Division I program at Virginia. Has the coach kept in contact with you on what he wants you to be doing during this time?
Not during this time. He said like once like I'm graduated, like mid-June, he'll send out a plan for all the incoming freshmen to do over the summer. But as of right now, I'm still in Okleski's hands, so he's doing all my training. But once the summer like really begins, then it will be like, yeah, I'll have a plan from him.
So aside from running, what have you guys been doing to pass the time? Again, this is times that we're not quite used to. I'm quite not used to either. So besides running, how are you adjusting to the distance learning and being confined to your homes for the most part, and not being able to conduct life like usual? How are you dealing with it?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. I mean, it's uncharted territory for everyone, so everyone's kind of figuring out what to do. To be honest, I don't do much. I go on bike rides sometimes, just short bike rides, easy bike rides. And then, but like when I'm in the house, there's not really much to do. It's not like I can go out and hang out with people or anything. So, yeah.
For me, I just really try to keep a schedule, for if we have, school, I would have to wake up, same time every day. So, that's what I try to do today, just wake up in the morning to go for my run or workout or something. And then from there, I would have, my classes or schoolwork, and then just try to keep it, steady throughout the whole week and the whole day, so that, it kind of feels like I'm in the school environment. But it's tougher. It's not much to do. Like you said, it's besides me running, that's really the only time I'm coming outside, except to play a little basketball with my brother. But no, that's really it.
And Darius, I'm noticing that you're kind of letting your hair grow, huh? Because it's hard to get to the barbershop right now. Do you feel like that might weigh you down on Sunday?
Oh man, it's a sneak peek. I'm gonna be getting a cut though soon. I promise. Looking nice, but yeah.
Well, guys, we are going to be there. Ocean State Running will be there, videoing this race, taking photos, talking to you guys afterwards. We will remain 6 feet away from you. We understand the social distancing and all that. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm kind of chomping at the bit, being able to actually cover something. So I was kind of excited when I heard about this. But guys, I wish you luck coming up, and hopefully, we can have those nationals in the future. But I'm sure it's going to be an epic battle like it usually is. But thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for doing this.
No problem.